Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we are on a live stream. That is right. It's been so long since I've done a live stream, so I thought I'd just turn the camera on and basically just see who's got their notifications on, because it's been a good few weeks. If you don't know me, if you're a new subscriber, my name's Johnny, online entrepreneur from the UK, and basically I just want to answer some questions because I get hundreds of questions all the time, and yeah, hopefully I can help you guys out. So what I'm going to do is just pop over onto the chat, and let's see if anyone's here. If you're here in the old comments, make sure you open up the chat, say hello. I want to make sure I'm live. If the audio works, I've got a notification. It's all good. I've got a notification. What's up? Twix Bar Tech, what's up? Afternoon. Dankin, hi. Scott, what's up? Christian, good afternoon. Hello, mate. Ben, what's up? It's been a horrendously long time, and the reason being is that I've been moving. I know any of you guys that have moved house before, or girls, you'll know how long it is. And I only got the internet like a few days ago, so we're testing the internet out. How is the stream? I was really worried about the internet speeds, especially with streaming. Good question. You're only 15. How can you make money online? To be honest, it's the same way anyone else can make money online. I think for a 15-year-old, if you're looking to become an entrepreneur and stuff like that, one of the best things you can do is create a YouTube channel and start consuming information, teach other people. Do it for entertainment, do it for your own personal, enjoyment. But it's something you can do for free. It doesn't cost anything. You probably already have like a phone that you can use to record. YouTube is free, Instagram is free, so yeah, start doing that. And it's something that takes a while to build, but you can certainly do it. So that's a good thing you can start doing with basically no money. 13 and broken, I want to know to do to get money. What you can do, guys, as well, if you're completely broke, it's a little bit hard. You might have to just get a job for a bit to get at least some money together. It even has to be a tiny amount, but then you can go out to like charity shops or like you can go to car boot sales, and you can buy things for like £1 or 50p and sell on eBay for £5, £10. So it's a very quick way you can make money. Or a very cheap way you can make money, and it'll get you into that idea of kind of buying and selling and stuff like that. But if you've got kind of absolutely no money, then to be honest, the best thing you can do is go and get a job. Go and actually get a job doing something. Even if you're quite young, there's jobs that you can do even when you're very young. When I was 13, 14, I'd mowed people's lawns up and down my street to try and make. I think it was. They paid me like £5 to mow their lawn. It's not a lot of money, but at the time that was my pocket money. And so you just do anything you can to make money. Anything legal that you can do to make money. Who's enjoying the videos recently? Got the new setup, which is good. I want to see if I can record live streams from behind so I can get this in the background. What's up, Kevin? Eric, what's up? Mario, hello. Another question. I want to start a YouTube channel, but I'm scared of what my school peers will think if I'm in Lincolnshire. Okay, so don't worry about what they think. This is something I can talk about personally because I went through the exact same thing of worrying about what people would think because I have a YouTube channel and because I have an Instagram account and stuff like that. And ultimately, a lot of people will look at it and they'll think that you're kind of an idiot. They'll think it's never going to work. But basically, that's the majority of people will think like that. And you guys that watch this channel, you think a little bit differently. You think more entrepreneurial about how you can get out of that paradigm. So honestly, don't worry about what other people think. I know it's easy to say, hard to do, even for me, of course, and for a lot of people. It's why I look at big YouTubers and they get loads of hate, and I think like, how do they put up with it? But they've built up a resilience over time. So people are always going to look at what you're doing as different. Even people very, very close to me, they still don't really know what I do, and they don't understand how it works. And that's okay. That's okay because I don't create my content for them. I create it for you guys. Does that answer your question? Josh, when are you coming back to Gold Coast? Just moved into house, amazing house. You saw my story today with the flames. Yeah, so Gold Coast is a wicked place. I don't know when I'm going to go back. Probably, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know when I'm going to go back. Last time I went to Australia, the weather could have been better, to be honest. It could have been a little bit better, even though it's Australia. But it was kind of stormy for 1 week, so I would like to go back. Do you encourage newbies to go with tactical arbitrage to do sourcing, or to do the traditional way, website sourcing painfully. I don't really do arbitrage in that sense of using tactical arbitrage or anything. I don't have experience with that, so I really couldn't advise you. I would say the only thing with retail arbitrage is that it does take longer. The profit margins are smaller. You can make bigger mistakes if you don't know what you're selling, you don't know the profit margin, you don't know the fees. I would probably go to someone that is a little bit knowledgeable about arbitrage to learn that stuff from. Craig, what's up? I heard you just quit your job the other day. Congratulations. Now full-time entrepreneur. Now it gets serious. Mario, starting FBA in Italy, awesome. You know this market. I don't sell in Italy myself, but I think I know a couple of people that do sell in Italy. Of course, my products are fulfillable in Italy, but they're held in the United Kingdom. So occasionally I do have people buy from Italy. But I'm not incredibly familiar with the demand of, like, you know, the kind of usual products, right? Don't use the term broke. Say I'm overcoming a cash flow problem. It's more positive. Yeah, I'm between jobs. Yeah, don't use the term broke. We're all broke really. It's just some of us has money. Johnny, you got a new place? Yes, I'm in the new place. As you can tell, this isn't someone else's kind of crib. This is my house now. I've got some new stuff. So I've got this ginormous room. It's absolutely ginormous. This is bigger than the whole downstairs of my last property. Honestly, I swear to you, like it feels like it is at least. And yeah, it's wicked. So I'm getting a sofa delivered Monday, which will go there. And I'll get a big TV on the wall for games and stuff. I've got my lights set up behind me, so I'm going to use them for recording videos to get some high quality videos. And yeah, I've got this big desk area as well. So yeah, really happy. I'll do a video at any point. Again, any questions, guys, you have, just let me know and I'll go into detail with them. And then I really want to talk to you today about how you can become an expert at anything. And this is really from my personal experience of how I became an expert, particularly within the Amazon niche. And I've become very knowledgeable on other business models and niches as well, but particularly Amazon. So I'm going to explain how I did that and literally how anyone else can do the same thing. My computer is overloading with heat. Can you hear the fan? Johnny, get some lampshades from IKEA. I know. Let's see if we can, because I use Hue lights as well. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can turn this one on. Is it going to turn on? Oh yeah. Oh, where is it? There it is. It's blue. We'll turn that one on as well. That one's not playing ball. This one up here doesn't work. Okay, whatever. Oh wait, it is working. It is working. It's all good. I use Hue lights for everything, but I do need some lampshades. IKEA has got a lot of money out of me recently. Can we arrange a quick Skype call? Yeah, you can do. You can book a call from johnnybradley.com. Helium 10 or viral launch, what would you pick? Personally, out of the two, viral launch. How many products do you have online now? Now, there's two products. One of them I'm not selling. What I've been doing recently, and this is actually a bit of kind of humble truth for you guys. With Amazon, although it doesn't take much time, it's the best thing and sometimes the worst thing about it, because you sometimes forget to do things. So yeah, I've got one really well selling product at the moment, which is awesome, and I have more planned, but I've got literally a drawer full of samples that I haven't, because I've been moving house, I haven't done anything with them. So this is the only thing with having a personal brand, which is honestly one of the hardest things about having a personal brand is juggling other things. So I find it particularly hard to juggle all the social media stuff and still continue to grow Amazon and grow affiliate marketing and grow the other stuff, because this honestly takes the most amount of time. It's one of the most rewarding things to do, but it definitely takes the most amount of time. I'm always in contact with suppliers. I'm always in contact with getting samples and things like that. I've actually got a very interesting video coming out on Tuesday where I actually go through one of the products that I actually didn't end up doing. So there's 3 products that basically you can bundle together, and they're products that I actually use. And then I had some samples of some of them, and one of them delivered. But I didn't actually end up going ahead with that product, and I kind of explained why I did that. And if you wanted to go into this particular product niche, how you could enter the market. But again, it's not something I did myself. But it's a very interesting video because, well, I'll let you watch the video on Tuesday. I personally prefer Jungle Scout over everything for product product research. Jungle Scout, they've been around the longest. They have the best data. They're just better. They're just better. Sorry for the other guys, but I prefer Jungle Scout. Damn, in the gym. Just launched your product and viral launch going good so far. Yeah, viral launch is good for product launches. I believe viral launch is good. I actually believe viral launch for product launches is better than Jungle Scout product launches through JumpSend. But you know, JumpSend is cheaper, so there we go. Can you recommend any forwarder? Yeah, go into the link. Not the link. Go into my bio. I don't think I've got it there actually. For a freight forwarder, then I use someone called Adam. Just send me an email, info@johnnybradley.com. I'll send you his details. But yeah, I use him. He's good. He's good. I like him. As I said, any questions, guys, let me know. I'm just going to go over some of the things I really want to talk about today, and I'll come back to any of your questions should you have any. So, how do you become an expert in anything? And I wrote down some things for this actually. So how I became basically an expert in 1 year without having a huge amount of experience and without being the best person at it as well. So you guys, if you've watched my channel for a long time, you'll know that, you know, I've only been doing this just over a year. But that doesn't mean that you can't get very knowledgeable about things. And a lot of people will think, oh, how can I become an expert at something? But I haven't had, you know, 20 years experience or 5 years experience. And the big thing to remember is that people that normally have 20 years experience, they've just done the same thing 20 times. Like, you know, they've done the same year 20 times over, because it doesn't take 20 years to become an expert at something. That's a huge amount of time. It depends on how many hours you put in, and it depends on how you actually upskill yourself. So I wrote down kind of like 4 or 5 things that I really think are important, that have been influential in my success, that if you implement these things, then you will 100% be successful. You'll be able to upskill yourself dramatically, very, very quickly in any topic, okay? And there's 2 topics that I'm going to go over. One, of course, is the Amazon side of things, because that's really where my journey started. And the other thing I'm going to talk about is music, because that's something I'm also very passionate about. So with, like, for example, for me, with learning about Amazon, is I just engulfed myself in it. I consumed as much information as possible, but you can't learn and you can't become an expert just by consuming information. You have to try things out. So that's why I started selling products, and I started testing things out. And that's what I do to this day, is I will continually test different methods, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. And I'm testing out some really cool marketing techniques, which I can't exactly tell you about just yet, but in the future, they're going to be very, very important, and there's something that I am going to share. But consuming information is super important. Putting it into practice is even more important, so you can learn by the mistakes. But that's cool. Like, you can become good at something, but I don't necessarily think that you can become an expert by doing that. Becoming an expert is when, instead of just consuming the information, you actually start kind of regurgitating the information and giving information. So for me, obviously, that came through my YouTube channel. When I started uploading videos about Amazon and about affiliate marketing and about trying to become, you know, self-employed and quit my 9 to 5, I had a lot of people come to me and ask questions. And a lot of them, you know, they were quite basic questions, and I could answer them, and it's all well and good. But some of the questions I didn't know the answer to. And I would have to then go out, find the answer, and come back and explain to that person what the answer was. And now, someone that is not the expert would just say, I don't know, and just say, you know, go to someone else and find the answer. However, someone that can become the expert will say, do you know what, I don't know, but I'm going to find out. So say, for example, I'm on a coaching call with someone and someone asks me a question I don't know the answer to. The worst thing you can do is blag. The worst thing you can do is guess. Like, if you're not 99% sure, then don't say that you're sure. So what I would do is say, hey, I don't know the answer to that right now. Let me find out, and I'll get back to you, you know, in a couple of days, or, you know, in a couple of hours, depending on what the issue was. So having the ability to be humble and say, I don't know, but I'm going to find out, that is one of the big things, the big differences between when you're good at something, when you're knowledgeable about something, and then when you become an expert at something, is just continue upskilling yourself. When you don't know something, you find out the answer, and you give that information to other people. I find the best way, the absolute best way to learn something is by teaching other people, because it's not just about learning how something works, right? So I could learn how Amazon FBA works. You can find that information everywhere, but learning why it works, that is the big difference that you get from teaching other people. You need to understand why something works rather than how it works. So those are the big things. Like, you know, consume information. You know, practice what you preach. Be humble. So when you don't know the answers, figure out what the answer is, and just continue to ask questions, continue to research, and continue to share. Like, those are the big things. Now, a lot of you won't have a YouTube channel, and that's fine. But you can do the same thing. There's tons of Facebook groups out there in every niche you could ever think of, in every business you could ever think of as well. So start going in there, and even as a beginner, ask questions, but also answer other people's questions. If you see in there someone else has posted a question about something that you can answer, don't just like scroll past it. Answer the question, because that's really going to help you and them and everyone else that sees that post, you know, achieve what they want to achieve, and that's what's going to make a big difference to you. The second thing was in music. So the other thing I learned about being a musician is, I'm not sure if you can see, but I've got my guitars behind there. I went to a guitar school when I was like 16. I literally played guitar for a year, learning, you know, really in-depth topics. But the most important thing they taught me is how to practice, how you can actually learn something and learn it perfectly. So rather than practice makes perfect, it was perfect practice makes perfect. So once you learn how to learn, then you can really start doing it quickly. So I know how I learn. And if you don't know the best way for you to learn, then you need to figure it out. Definitely need to figure it out. Let me have a look at some of these questions. Viral launch don't do email follow-ups. No, you're correct. But jump send do, which is, I use jump send for email follow-ups. Are you able to do a meet and greet closer to Enfields? Potentially, yeah. I'd probably do one nearer London, to be honest. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, guys, I'm doing a meetup on Wednesday the 27th. I got the date wrong on the video. Wednesday the 27th in St Albans. It's a free meetup between 11 and 1 o'clock. Go back to the video a couple of days ago, or yesterday maybe, and you'll see it. Let's have a look. Took me almost a year to get my product to Amazon. Okay, but at least you did it. That's good. Didn't take a course. That's awesome. Learned everything from YouTube, Johnny, and Google. And if I took a course, it would have taken a couple of months tops. Yeah, that's the big thing. Like, you know, all the information you can learn, like the information is out there. It's just getting the information takes time, and sorting out what is good information and what's poor information. That's what takes time. So if you've got the time, then yeah, do it. And at the end of it, you're going to have, again, a huge amount of knowledge because you've learned by doing. Nicholas, what's up? Okay, you seem to be spending all your time planning for your product to succeed. I'm overthinking the planning strategy. Shall I just take the leap? Yeah, so yes and no. Yeah, yes and no is the answer. Of course you need to plan. You need to plan the product, you need to plan the packaging, you need to plan how you're going to launch it. But if everything is looking good, right, you're never going to know 100% if it's going to work, ever. Like, you're just not going to know. If the sales are in the market, if you know that you have a product that's a little bit different, it has an opportunity, you know, you have a high quality, you know, packaging and all that sort of stuff where you're proud of your product, then that's all the planning you need. Just get it launched, get it out there, and just as you do it, learn even more, because you never know how the market is going to, is going to receive your new product. So you just have to do it. You just got to get it done. That's really important. Greg Mercer, the owner of Jungle Scout, he said to me, I interviewed him. This is quite a few months ago now, and he said, you know, if there's two people, one person had started today and they have very little money to start, and another person had a lot of money but they waited a year, the person that will be more successful is the person that had less money and started now. It's because they started now and they started to overcome the hurdles that they needed to learn. So in a year's time, you're going to be far more accomplished than someone that waited. So just get involved with it as soon as possible. You might make some mistakes, but do you know what? In business, in entrepreneurship, mistakes happen all the time. What you'll find with entrepreneurs and all business owners, successful business owners, that they try and fail at more things than the majority of people will ever try, right? So they will fail at more things than people ever try. Once you learn how to fail, you really learn how to succeed. Where am I? Just jump in. Abdul says just jump in. What are some different methods, sites to make money very quick to start your own online business? I think the big red flag about that sentence and question is the very quick side of things. That you can make money really quickly, but it doesn't mean it's necessarily going to last forever. Try and build something where you can make money, but it might take a little bit longer to start up. There are lots of things you can do for free, like affiliate marketing you can do very cheaply. It just takes time, right? It's not quick. It's not a quick money maker, but it takes time. Social media marketing, okay? If you go out there and you get clients, you get businesses to pay you, £1,000, £2,000 a month, you can do that very quickly. All you need to do is have one meeting and that one business owner decide to pay you. That can be very quick, but you need to upskill yourself. You need to learn. You need to invest in yourself to understand how to do that. It really depends on your personality, it depends on your time, it depends on your lifestyle. You seem to be so fearful that your product will fail unless I get everything 100%. Nothing ever is going to be 100%. That's for sure. Nothing is ever 100%. Just get to it. Let's just absolutely get to it and figure it out. Even if it's 50%, then it's better than, like, if you don't do it, you're at 0%. How often do you use live videos? To be honest, I haven't done a live video in a long time. Long time. I used to do them quite a lot, maybe once a week, twice a week. But yeah, I've been working on a lot of stuff and haven't had time to do them, unfortunately. And I've moved house. What's Viral Launch? Viral Launch is it's two things. So Viral Launch is a service that Amazon sellers will use to, first of all, launch their product. It's a website where you can do discount codes for your product, so you can give like 50 units away or 100 units or however many units you want away to people, and that will basically spike the algorithm for Amazon so you can rank faster. So that's one thing it does. The other thing it does is kind of product research to analyze what products potentially might sell well. And they have a few other different services, but that's the main two things. Live link's good. PS Assassin t-shirt fits too. Nice, like it. How can I get Assassin's tee? There is a link in the description. I don't actually sell these ones. Do you want me to sell these grey ones? Because I really like this one. I have black ones as well, which are the kind of normal ones. But I had this one made and delivered. I don't know if you guys like it. Let me know, and I can make them available to purchase. They've got, I'm not sure if you can see that. They've got kind of assassin written on the back. I don't know if you can see that. I can't really see myself. I'll have to watch it back to see if that came out properly. If a product fails, what are the possibilities in making it work, or is it better to start a new one? Okay, if it fails, you've got to figure out why it failed, first of all, right? If it failed because of something you did, then yeah, you can approach it again. If it failed because it was just a bad product, then just get rid of it and start another one. So it's always something to be aware of. For example, product I started, the reason I couldn't continue doing it is because believe it or not, guys, believe it or not, the volume was too big. Okay, I couldn't afford to order enough units to stay in stock, which made it very hard to continue doing it, because I would have to spend tens of thousands of pounds on one shipment. And at the time, I didn't have that money. I didn't want to get a loan for it either. It was a huge amount of money at the time for me. So that was not the product's fault. That was my fault. Okay, it was my fault because I didn't have enough money. I couldn't scale it. So it's still a good product, but it wasn't a good product for me at that particular time. I've looked into products that I want to sell, and the video that I've got coming out on Tuesday, for someone, it'll make a great product, but for me, it wasn't exactly what I wanted. So a lot of the times, the criteria works, right? Everyone talking online about Amazon, they give very similar information about what products to look for. The reason why is it works. Those products work, right? So if you do those things and it doesn't work for you, you've done something wrong. And that's okay. We make mistakes, but just analyze yourself and see what you did wrong, and then approach it again. I know people that have basically launched multiple products and not got it right, but then on their fourth product, they finally figured it out, and then it was a success. I had a student the other day who's done a little bit. I think you might have seen the interview I did with him. Is he did a little bit of retail arbitrage. It took a lot of time. Did his first Amazon FBA product, and he was nearly doing £1,000 worth in sales in his second week, which is crazy. So it's all down to you, rather than, like, the products are there to be taken. That's all right, Nicholas. How many orders? This is a good question. So Christian says, how many units do you order for testing the market? Now, it really depends on your budget, okay? So if you only have £1,000, well, that limits you to how many units you can order. But if the products are £1, then I wouldn't order 1,000 units, for example. So if they're £1 and you have £1,000, then don't order 1,000 units, because that's a lot of units to shift if you can't sell them. 250 to 500 units I think is good. And if you have money left over, just be prepared to do a restock and a reorder. I literally had about 1,000 units delivered a couple of days ago into Amazon, which is cool, but they're probably going to run out pretty soon. So I'm going to have to do another order, to get those again. And eventually I want to do orders of 5,000. But 5,000 units, again, it costs a lot of money. So you want to keep working your way up. So start small and scale over time, rather than just go in at the high point expecting that they're all going to sell. Because at the end of the day, it's physical inventory, it takes up space, it costs money, you need cash flow. What's your biggest tip for personal branding? Biggest tip for personal branding is understand what your story is, understand your why. So why are you doing it, right? There's got to be a reason for you doing the personal branding, and really kind of, have that top of mind when you create videos, and when you speak with people. Is your why, it's your story, it's everything about what you're doing. Of course, put lots of content out, try and make it as interesting as possible. For what I do in this kind of make money online niche, it's all about helping people. That's like the big filter that I use. But if you're a personal brand within fitness, it might be slightly different. It might be about looking aesthetically, good. I don't really know. I'm not in the fitness niche. It's just understanding your audience and giving them basically what they want. Andrew's currently talking to suppliers about ordering my first product. Awesome. But thinking of moving into a different product. Shipping costs a lot. 270 kilograms volumetric. Do I drop it? Look for sea shipping. How many units is that? 270 kilograms. Potentially you could look at sea shipping if it's a lot by air shipping. Maybe don't drop the product. And this is, did I do a video on this? I don't even know. I can't remember these days. But basically you want like a funnel, right? You want a funnel, and in that you're putting loads of products, right? Loads of potential products, and it gets down to eventually the point where you have like one product. And you're like, I'm going to go ahead with this product. But what if, like you said, it costs too much and you can't afford it, or you can't make it cheap enough? Then you have to go through the whole funnel again. But if you just make your funnel a bit bigger, find more potential products so that you have like 3 or 4 potential ones that you can move on, then you have an option of which will be the best option for you. So, try and not put all your eggs in one basket. But yeah, how many units is that for the 270 kilograms? And I'll be able to give you a good idea about what you can do. Why do you prioritize YouTube ads over Facebook ads? And see, Tanner does not use YouTube ads much, Facebook ads. So YouTube ads, for me, they're cheaper. And my approach is that I want to keep people on YouTube. So if they're on YouTube, awesome, they're already on YouTube. I want to keep them on YouTube. I don't really use Facebook ads as much because I don't have as much to promote on Facebook. I don't really advertise my like my course or anything like that on Facebook. I should retarget people that watch videos and stuff like that. I just don't do it. I don't know, maybe out of laziness. Not quite sure. But yeah, I don't know. YouTube is a fantastic ad platform. It's honestly, it's one of the cheapest. I believe it's one of the best, especially for what I'm doing in terms of having a YouTube channel. If I had a Facebook, big Facebook presence, then I would advertise on Facebook. It's just I believe in keeping the users on the platform where they actually saw the advert. And that may be wrong, to be honest. That may be wrong. Amazon looking into the people account if they get 2 unverified reviews in 24-hour period. I don't know exactly if they're doing that. Like, getting unverified reviews is okay. It's part of Amazon's service. It just basically the reason for unverified reviews is that, hey, there might be a brand out there that have this huge customer base that have bought the product, and they say, hey, can you leave a review on our Amazon store? So they go on, they haven't bought it from Amazon, but they have bought the product, and they go, yeah, it was great. So that's the point of unverified reviews. No, just make sure that you're not, basically make sure that they're as legitimate as possible, right? If you kind of see what I mean there. How do you plan your PPC budget? Just whatever's profitable, okay? So I change my PPC every 2 to 4 weeks. I kind of add keywords in and I take my reports. I don't do it every day because you don't have enough information, okay? Even if you have one that's like the ACOS is slightly high, just if it's profitable, just leave it running, or even if it's break even, just leave it running for a bit to try and get as much data as possible for at least a week, and then you can kind of cut it out if it's going to cut it out, or you can lower the bids on that particular keyword targeting. In terms of how do I budget, start small and scale, because you don't know what keywords are going to convert for your listing. So start small and scale. Don't just put like £50 a day on, because it will just eat £50 if your bid is quite high, and then if you're not making any sales, you'll be losing money, which you do not want to do. I need a drink. Do you have to register your brand first before ordering, or you can just check that it's clear and get me? Okay, so no, not really. So before you order anything from like Alibaba or wherever the hell you're getting your products from, always make sure you have created your Seller Central account. You have to make sure you do that. Create a shipping plan. Start your listing. Do everything you can to verify that you can first of all sell the product. You're not going to be put into, it's not restricted in any way, and then you purchase your products. Okay, that can all be done within like a week's time, and then creating a shipping plan and things like that. I do that normally half an hour. Even to this day, I'll create my shipping plan about half an hour before I order my products. If there's any issues, then I don't order the products until it's sorted. It just helps the kind of workflow. It helps with the FBA labels and stuff like that. That's just my way of doing it though. How excited are you to go to the Logan Paul versus KSI match? I'm pretty excited. I'm not gonna lie. Brad. I'm pretty excited. VIP tickets, so I'm gonna be in amongst the fight. So it should be quite cool. Hopefully meet some YouTubers and stuff like that. I will try and vlog it. What do you guys want me to film that? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? How do you focus working at home? It's very, very hard to focus working at home. Very hard, because things happen and you eat food and you look outside and you're like, ooh, like sunlight. It's very hard. I kind of work in like little blocks, if that makes sense. So I'll do a bit of work and then I'll kind of like sit down for a bit or like chill out for a second and then go back into it. But that's the kind of beauty of working from home, is you get to choose what you do. Other times I will work, for 6 hours straight and not take a break because I'm just like zoned in. But yeah, it really depends. It's very hard, to be honest. It is very hard. My game station is the same as my office station. It can be dangerous. Yeah, so I don't have like a game station. I do have like a controller I use on my Mac, but I don't use it that often. Does a brand have to have collective products within a niche? Oh, wait a minute. I've just lost my place. Or can the products be based on the values, etc. of the brand? You know what I mean? Yeah, they can be based on the values of the brand. So, for example, if it was a Earth brand, right? I'm only saying that because I've got a picture of the Earth. So if it was like Earth and like renewable and stuff like that, you can pretty much sell any product that's renewable. So yeah, you can. To be honest, with the brand, creating a brand is super important, but it's creating the value of a brand. So having a brand is all well and good, but what value does it give the people? What does it say about that company? That's what you really want to think about. Again, what's the story? What's the why behind? It's like a personal brand. It's like any brand. What's the why behind the brand? That's what you really want to get across. This question: you and your friend have £250 each to put into Amazon FBA, and we've worked it out, and we have enough to launch one product. What unexpected costs would you say to look out for? Hopefully, you'll have no unexpected costs, but just be aware of, don't skimp on things like pictures. Don't skimp on. Make sure you pay your tax. Make sure you have accounted for the shipping costs. Make sure you have accounted for advertising. Those are the things you really want to look at. And if you've only got £250, don't spend it all. Like if you've got 500 between you, don't spend it all, because you're gonna need some money. Execute the plan. Yes, Tom. 250 units. Okay, 250. What did you say? 270. Did you say 270 kilograms? What was it? I can't remember. I'm going to assume it was 270. About kilogram unit. Yeah, so try sea shipping for that. Definitely try sea shipping. If you email me, I'll give you my freight forwarder's information. If not, just ask for door-to-door delivery with sea shipping from the supplier. You'll see that you'll get a lot cheaper if you are using air shipping at the moment. Anyone into affiliate marketing here? Yes. Very new to this. How would you find suppliers? Is there a single site? Yeah, there's a few sites, but I use Alibaba.com. Currently trying to dip my toes into affiliate marketing, basically to raise some capital for FBA. Bought the course, awesome. I also bought your ebook, thank you. There's something else. Is there something else you can add? Maybe, I don't know, not sure yet. But yeah, so affiliate marketing is a good way to start because it's a lower barrier to entry, so there's less money you need to spend. Equally, it's like anything, you just want to learn and you want to practice it. The more you practice, the better it gets. Like, you know, I know someone that now does between 50 and 70,000 a month on affiliate marketing. This time last year, they were doing 0 with affiliate marketing. So, you know, every business model you can scale and you can learn. It's just really focus on it, like really focus on it and learn. Like I said, become an expert in it and share information. And honestly, you'll get very good and you'll make a lot of money from it. Was that a Love Island reference with eggs in a basket? I have no idea, Kevin. I have never watched Love Island in my life. Should I? I don't know. Should I? My mate bought a product using a coupon. He did a review, but it's not showing up as verified. What's happening? Okay, basically, if you use a coupon to purchase a product, if it's, I think it's if it's more than 20% off. I may be wrong with that, but I thought I read that about 3 weeks ago from Amazon, then it won't show as verified. If it's any more than that, a discount, it won't show as a verified review, unfortunately. And Amazon, yes, they are taking down a lot of reviews if they're fake. Camera quality seems better. Have you updated your equipment, or is it the great? It's the great lighting. It is the great lighting. I'm using a HD camera, but honestly, it's the lighting. Lighting does everything. My last place was really dingy. There was no like lights. I've got a skylight above me. I've got nice lights. No, it's good. Nice white room. All about the lighting. I'm going to go in like 4 or 5 minutes, guys. So any last questions, please just get them in there and I'll answer them before I go. I've got some cool videos coming out Monday and Tuesday. One is I'm going to be talking about how much tax I'm paying for this house and my new car. So you guys can be aware of, you know, how much things actually cost when you're self-employed. It's a lot less than you think. But yeah, so, and I've got one on Tuesday, which is a FBA kind of product video, which is quite cool, which I recorded today. Let's have a look. Have you tried global sources for your inventory? No. Global sources. Not sure what you mean by that. Facebook groups are not great for getting reviews. No. Tried Facebook ads, viral launch, optimizing. Email follow-up sequence is the best way to get reviews. You know, I get reviews. It's just because I have an email follow-up sequence. When people message you on Amazon, right? So when you message, you know, when they message you on Amazon, say like, "Oh, thank you, I received the product, okay," message them back. Be really nice and say, "Oh, we'd really love a review." Like, be personal with it, and people will leave reviews. The main thing, yeah, you don't get a huge amount from viral launch, from giveaways and stuff like that, because a lot of those people now they just get the product on discount and they don't leave a review, which is unfortunate. And blue checker just starting. Well. What strategy are you using for giveaways? The last one I did, I actually used Viral Launch and JumpSend to compare the two. Very similar. Which is better? I think Viral Launch is a little bit better, to be honest. But if you're doing giveaways, the other way you can create a giveaway is create a social media presence. So for example, in my affiliate marketing ebook, I show you how to get like page likes, how to build an audience, how to use Facebook and stuff like that. And what you can do is build up an audience of people that are interested in your product or your brand or your niche, and then you can do basically a launch to them. So you're not paying anyone to do a launch, it's more organic, but also you can ask for things like reviews in your Facebook page after. You can capture people's email addresses if you use something like, you know, a website to capture their email. So you can ask for a review later on. So there's a whole bunch of different ways to do it. A little bit harder to set up, but it's just as good. I know people that do that. Who do you think will win, KSI or Logan Paul? I think KSI will win. He's who I want to win. UK massive. That's what we are. It's a UK squad. What I meant by previous brand question was, do you need to register the brand and trademark, the logo, etc. outside of Amazon? You can do. You don't have to. It's up to you. You know, registering for a trademark does take months, so just be aware of that. So if you want to do it quickly, so that, because it'll take like 5 months to get a trademark, and then you can get brand registry and stuff like that. It's really down to you in terms of your brand, and if you want to build the brand, you know, to be bigger than just Amazon. Yeah, it's up to you. Sell us a guitar, will you? I've got my guitars. I've got to keep these. This is my condensed collection. I can't get rid of them. Is there a tax section on Amazon Seller Central? Yes. I haven't checked it out. Do you pay tax on our sales on Amazon? Yes. I've already paid VAT and duty when I import one. Yeah, so VAT works as 20% of the total value of the product. So say for example, say for example this block, right? You can buy these on Amazon. They're for holding iPhones and watches and stuff like that. So let's say you import these for £1, and out of that you pay 20 pence VAT, okay? So you've paid 20 pence VAT for this product. Let's say you go and sell this product for £10, okay? The VAT is 20% of £10, okay, which is £4. No, it's £2, sorry. It's £2. But you've already paid 20p, right? So the remainder you have to pay is £1.80 in VAT, if you're VAT registered. If you're not VAT registered, so if you turn over less than £85,000 a year, you don't have to be VAT registered, which means you just pay the 20p, you don't pay the £1.80. However, once you're VAT registered, to sell this product, you have to pay Amazon fees, you might pay PPC fees, you might pay FBA fees. All of those have VAT added on them. So let's say your PPC, you spend another £2, okay? So 20% of £2 is 40p, got it? So now, that £1.80 that you had to pay on this doesn't become £1.80 anymore. It becomes £1, what did I say, 20p? 40p. It becomes now £1.40 that you have to pay in VAT. So, because you've already paid it before. Now, it's really hard to explain. I hope I'm getting that across. But basically, that's only if you're VAT registered. But you do have to pay tax. Yes, you have to pay tax. And then in your company, you'll pay corporation tax on your profits. And of course, you then have income tax on any money you make. And you bring into your own company account, personal account. Tax is bloody annoying, guys. Just get an accountant. I swear, just get an accountant. Have you looked into Rise Academy or Profit Engine by Jerry Kramer? No, I haven't. Let me scroll down. More than 50% won't be classed as a verified. Yeah, it says more than 50%. The thing is, I think I saw the other day 80%. I don't know where I saw it though, but I think it was from a legitimate source. But I have to look into that. You have 3K following on Facebook group. Do you recommend targeting the exact age groups and genders, as I know my exact audience? However, I've heard that it's more expensive for YouTube ads. You could do, but honestly with YouTube, just the targeting is not the same as Facebook. The targeting is not as good as Facebook. However, they are a lot cheaper, and it's just a different kind of type of viewer. I would say use as much as you can that you've learned from your Facebook targeting, but don't assume that that's the only people that are interested. Timothy, try and pop over Wednesday. Awesome. Don't forget to plug your meetup. Meetup this Wednesday. I'll put a link. I don't have a link. JohnnyBradley.com. Just go to JohnnyBradley.com, and then it's the second tab. It'll say 6-figure sessions. So we're doing a free meetup on Wednesday, this Wednesday. Global Source is another platform like Alibaba. I haven't looked into it, unfortunately. Giving away 75 on viral. Awesome. What would bug Amazon in terms of reviews? If they're fake, if they're incentivized, and if they're like inflammatory, if they're basically if they're fake. Viral launch, if they review it won't be verified. No, not if you're giving them a big discount. Sorry for spelling driving home. Thanks for efforts. My pleasure. Hope KSI takes Logan's head off. All right. Yeah. I'll try and record the event, guys. I've got, so basically with the VIP tickets, I get access to like the practice something or other. So there's some sort of practice sessions. So I get access to that. I think that's in the week or like the day before. Maybe a weigh-in, I don't know. I then have like a meet and greet and stuff like that. I'm not sure if it says with the fighters. I'm not sure if it's going to be them. It might be the other guys, like the people fighting before. And then also I get the VIP ticket. Thank you for the sub, Helen. I've just seen that. Yeah, I get yeah the seats which are just at the front. So I'll see if I can meet some people and get some good footage for you guys. In the Amazon seller forums, Amazon have started selling private label branded products for 25% cheaper than the branded owner. Apparently this is known. Have you heard of this? So Amazon, yes, they do have their own brands. Amazon have their own private label brands. You can actually find them on Google. If you type in Amazon like brands, you'll be able to find a list of all the ones they have. So they have like home ones, they have fitness ones. They can't sell your private label. That's illegal for them to do that. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. They might be taking the products and then, finding who the supplier is and then just doing their own private labeling. But yeah, they can't sell your product because you haven't. Yeah, it's a little bit different. Unless it's to do with the buy box, but they wouldn't be getting the money for that. You'd be getting the money for it. Thought of a location for Wednesday. I'm finding out the location today. I have a text. It's going to probably be. I need to look into this. It might be Exquisite Peacock Emporium in St Albans. So I need to check it out. But don't turn up there. Join the Facebook group because I will confirm it in the Facebook group. Feedback Express. I've seen it. I've not used it. Any advice for 18-year-old about going to uni? Is it too early to start at the wrong time? Yeah, just go to uni if you want to go to uni. I went to uni. I loved it. I had a great time. I didn't learn much, but I had a great time, and I networked with people, which is really cool. So, like a lot of people say, yeah, like it's a waste of money and stuff like that. And to a certain extent, yes, it is a waste of money for education purposes. You can spend, if you spent the same amount of money on like courses and on seminars and stuff like that, you would make so much money. You'd be so successful because if you put that amount of money into educating yourself like privately, you would change your life completely. But sometimes university isn't really about money. Sometimes it's about the experience. I had a really wicked time. It allowed me to get to the position where I am today. It allowed me to learn some new skills, get some jobs. When I was at uni, I wanted money and I didn't have any money, so I started teaching guitar. So I created my own tuition company, right? And although it was just me, I would go to people's houses. I, handed out flyers like all around the area. In Kingston, it was Kingston upon Thames, and I got clients, right? I taught people guitar, and that was really cool. That was my first kind of cash in hand job, and it taught me about how to teach, right, and how to do all the things I'm doing today. And I wouldn't be in the position today if I hadn't have done those things, because it taught me what I really like doing, and that was seeing people progress. And that's sculpted my whole life. So go to uni if you want to go to uni. Don't go if you don't want to go. Like, you're young, so it doesn't, like, even if you go, you're not going to waste that much of time. Like, you have a good time. Just at the same time as going to uni, work on a business. Like, that's what I should have been doing, working on like a bigger business, because I had so much time and I just got drunk, basically. How do you plan on scaling your business? Any plan to expand beyond Amazon? Yes, there is. Yeah, there is. That's what I'm working on at the moment. It's taken a long time because a lot of the services that you need to use don't work in the UK. So I'm, to give you guys a sneak peek, I've got to be careful about what I want to say here. So yeah, to give you guys an idea, I am working on something quite big, but the problem is the services that you need to use to make it all work, so it's automated, because the big thing about Amazon that I love is that you basically do nothing once it's set up. And I want it to continue to stay like that, but by using a slightly different model, or slightly different sales tactic and marketing tactic. However, at the moment it's not automated. So I'm actually working with the companies that have these services to make them fully integrated, so that you can sit back and just like kind of sit back and do nothing. At the moment, it's not quite ready yet. Started in my first year at uni, pulled the trigger in the second year. Nice, I like it. Can I lease a car for business use with Amazon FBA? Yes. Quick question. What's the first couple of steps you'd advise on getting started with FBA? How much do you need to start? Really want to get my FBA. Okay, cool. So let's talk about these three things. How much money do you need to start? I would say at least £1,000 to £1,500, realistically. I've had a student or students that have done it for less. I've had students that have done it for more, like, more £4,000 or £5,000. So it really depends on how much money you've got. But I wouldn't do it really I personally wouldn't do it for less than about £1,000 all in, like all of your expenses, because it really limits on the products you can choose. in terms of getting out your 9 to 5 ASAP, yes, you can do it with FBA, but just bear in mind that with FBA, because it's such a passive business model, try and reinvest as much as your profits for as long as possible so that you're not taking money from it, because the longer you can do that, the bigger business you're going to build, so that when you want to quit your job, you're going to have a really good income from it, and it's not going to affect the growth of your business. So that's something I would really kind of think about, just for your own personal kind of situation. In terms of getting started, product research, that's the main thing you should be looking at. It's all about product research. It's all about finding the opportunity and being an opportunity hunter. It's never the wrong time. Once you start, you'll figure it out, of course. You may even be able to use some of the student loan to add up. Yeah. That's the power of other people's money. Yeah, that's really important. Am I a singer? I have sung in the past. Let's have a little look. Johnny. Oh, hi Jay, what's up? Got some samples from the suppliers. Guys, I'm going in minus 1 minute. 1 minute ago. The supplier I would like to go with has sent the products in a different color than asked. Wait a minute. Just got some samples from the supplier I would like to go with has sent the products in a different color than asked than what you asked for, and they say they can provide the color I want. They say they can provide the color you want. Should I send them? Should I get them to send another sample in the color I want, or just pull the trigger? Depends on the quality. Maybe what you can do is get them to send you lots of pictures of the color that you want, but assess the quality of the one you have in your hand. If you're really concerned about it, like it depends on the material, I guess. If you're worried about what the color will look like on the material, whatever it may be, if it's like metal, wood, plastic, material, whatever it is, then maybe get another sample. If not, try and look on Amazon to see if there's any people that sell that color that you think is probably from the same supplier, and just order theirs from Amazon, because that will only take a couple of days to arrive. But yeah, if you're happy with the quality of the product, you're happy with them as a supplier, just go with it. I'm only going to answer one more question, guys, because I gotta go. There's one in capitals. What's this one? If you had to start over again, how much would you start with? About the same. My budget was £1,500. I ended up spending £2,000. I think that's a good budget, to be honest. That was comfortable. And how much did I actually spend? It was about £2,000 for my first shipment, and that included pictures. That included like everything. And I didn't skimp. I didn't save money or really try and pinch the pennies. So I could have done it for cheaper. I could have done it for £1,500, but I ended up spending a little bit more than I thought I would, because I'd never done it before. I reckon, yeah, about £1,500 is a good place to start with. But that's it, guys. I'm sorry I didn't answer the rest of your questions. If you really need the answer to it, if you need the answer to the question, just send me an email, info@johnnybrowder.com. I'll get back to you. No problems whatsoever. Hope you enjoyed today's live stream. We're cracking up to the hour mark. I need a drink, so I need to go. But the main thing here, guys, is that if you want to become an expert, you just have to jump in. You have to start learning. You have to start sharing the knowledge, and always be humble with. Don't have an ego. Always learn and always be available to learn information. Right. Hope you have an awesome day, guys. Thank you ever so much for joining my live stream, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.